Hey everybody, Mark here at Discover Your Home. Thank you again for joining me on this beautiful Thursday evening here in the land of Lincoln. Hey Kemp 45, thank you for joining, appreciate it. Tonight we're going to just talk about your mudroom and helping you make some decisions or give you some suggestions and things that we see when we're out in the customer's home, and some of the things we're going to recommend to maybe put in your mudroom. Some materials maybe to use, some materials maybe not to use. It really depends on you. So let's start with the flooring. Okay, well let's back up a step and let's talk a little bit about your mudroom. Okay, some people call it mudroom, some people call it the utility room, some people call it the laundry room. It's usually a combination of all three. But in today's lingo, we're going to call it the mudroom. It seems like it's the kind of the hip thing to say. So, and the mudroom is that really pass-through area between the garage and the kitchen. And what we see with our customers a lot of times is that they are not going through their front door. They're bringing in the car, and they're bringing in everything through the mudroom. The groceries, the kids, the pets, coming home from work. The mudroom is the gateway to the house. And it takes a lot of abuse. In my house, I've never really, I have the same setup, but I've always gone through the front door because I've utilized my garage space up to a point where it's much easier for a large and in charge kind of guy like myself to go through the front door. So, but my entryway, the flooring there is definitely after, a family of 5 and probably 5 or 6 dogs, and coming through that door in and out, in and out, in and out for the last 20 years, that floor takes a beating. And so in your laundry room, let's make sure what we're going to put down really represents what your needs are. So let's say if you got a family like mine, where you've got, several kids, several dogs, you're in and out, highly active, I'm going to probably recommend porcelain or ceramic. Probably more porcelain. I think the cost of the porcelain is well worth it. I think you get a much more a greater selection of look and value with porcelain. I think there's it'll give you a little bit more contemporary look than say ceramics. Not saying ceramics are bad. I would just say I personally, if it's my family again and I'm doing this to my mudroom, I'm going porcelain. Now, let's just say what I wouldn't recommend. I probably would stay away from doing a wood floor. And actually, in my laundry room, I do actually have a wood floor. And I'll tell you what, after I put it in, I loved it, but I would never do it again for a couple reasons. Wear and tear. And there again, we're not using it nearly as much. Hey, Sharonda, thank you for joining me tonight. I appreciate it. And also, the potential for water getting under it in case you have an overflow or backup on your washer. But there again, that's me. If you've got it's a high traffic area, I would definitely stay away from wood floors, and I also would stay away from laminate. And I like laminate flooring. I'll tell you what, it's come a long way. The look is way more realistic than it used to be. But if there's that much wear and tear, I would thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for loving our scopes. And we love you that you love our scopes. Thank you. So here's the thing. If I'm going to put that material in, I'm definitely going to shy away from something that I know that I might have to tear out in, say, 5, 6, maybe 10 years or whatever. There again depends on how much traffic is coming through that door, through the garage, and into the kitchen. So vinyl's not a bad option here either. Vinyl flooring has come a long way. In fact, I did in a commercial bathroom, I put down a vinyl tile, and you can grout the edges, so it literally looks like a porcelain tile. You have to really get down that close to look at it. So the wear and tear is pretty durable. Vinyl will last a long period of time. Vinyl is great because when it's very cost effective. You can beat the snot out of it and then tear it out and put another one in. And the nice thing about vinyl is it really has come a long way in as far as its look and the durability and the variety of what's available to you. So that would be, if you're on a tight budget and you want to do something, I'm going to probably lead you down going and doing vinyl. Now you can do that in a sheet good, or you can do it in smaller. I did a commercial bathroom in it's like a 12 by 12 tile, and it actually turned out, I was very impressed. We don't do a lot of vinyl tile, but when we do, the look is there. It's very sharp. It's definitely, the technology is advanced. The quality of the materials have advanced. So you might want to consider that for your laundry room. Okay, and there again, probably one of the best things probably for pets, because it's easier in case they have mistakes or you have water bowls and stuff. It's kind of nice. It cleans up a little bit easier than, say, some of the other materials. Countertops for your cabinets. Several avenues I would recommend here. You can go granite, quartz, or laminate, or even Corian. Depends upon how much use, how much wear and tear. Budget's real important. So if I'm going budget, I'm definitely doing laminate. There's there again some beautiful looking laminates. They've got some textures, a lot of colors. Laminate's been around for a long time and is very, very durable. It's a great way, very cost effective. It's a little pricier. Yeah, very similar. I think it might be kind of a verbiage thing as far as linoleum versus vinyl. I don't know the technical differences. I've always kind of thought of both of them as very similar. Okay, hey Jared Dog, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. So here, moving forward, I would say on countertops, if you're trying to keep a consistent look in your home, you might, if you've got granite in the kitchen, you might want to find a remnant that's out there that'll work well with the kitchen. I like granite. There's a lot that it's durable as heck. It's got a very quality feel to it. So that might be, if you want something a little bit nicer and try to find a price range that works for you, you might have to shop around for a remnant at one of the local fabricators. And then quartz. Quartz would be kind of, you don't have to deal with any sort of sealing. There again, it's a little bit more durable, but it is pricier. So if you're trying to stay consistent with kitchen, and you have the kitchen, say, redone, you might want to have them put that, part of that slab in your mudroom. Okay. Love quartz. Looks beautiful. They've done a wonderful job. The industry as a whole really has done a fantastic job on making the product look as natural as possible. You have some that are kind of, it looks a little fabricated, but I'll tell you what, they have come a long way. I know Hanstone and Cambria, really have some beautiful quartz countertops that you can put in your home and really just amaze you. We'll just leave it at that. Some other things that you might want to do in your laundry room: cabinets, lockers, things so you can get them up off the floor. Because a lot of times when homes are constructed, you'll find that the mudroom will have a lot of space, but not a lot of cabinet space. Well, maybe not a lot of cabinets in that space or things that fill the space up. Usually what we see is in newer homes, you'll see a nice, wider, anywhere from 8 to 10 feet wide to about 12 feet long, almost the equivalency of a small bedroom. I mean, a small bedroom or a very large closet. What you'll find is that there's not a lot in there other than, say, a washing machine, a dryer, and say a utility sink, and that's generally about it. Maybe a small cabinet above the utility sink or above the washer and dryer, or the utility sink sits within a cabinet, usually about a 30-inch cabinet. So if you're utilizing that room, one of the things I'd highly recommend is, especially if you got a little bit larger family or you got a lot of pets, you want to store things, put some lockers in there. You can have some custom built from a cabinet company, or you can have a carpenter come in and kind of fabricate something. You could sketch something up and, hey, this is what I want, and allow yourself a little bit more flexibility, and your choice of materials can be a little bit more flexible. So you might want to put in something that's it's like MDF or pressboard or something that you can paint yourself, keep the cost down a little bit, but give you a little bit more look, a little more customized look in there. So those are a couple things that I'd recommend. You might also want to, here's something you'll find if you can go around online. You would be surprised on finding metal lockers. Now I know you can give it more of an industrial feel in there, but go online. Don't be surprised, because you find that some of these old schools will have old lockers that aren't actually pretty good shape. They're just maybe not, like a lime green or something that, you might have to do a little bit creative thought in applying a paint color around it. And then that gets back to kind of wrapping up here. What do we paint the walls with in there? Let's use a really good quality, high quality paint. I'm going to recommend a couple that I've used and we like. My go-to on my Benjamin Moore side is our Regal Select Eggshell for a little bit more washability. You can use the matte, but in the laundry room, mudroom, go eggshell. I don't know if I go semi-gloss, but if you like it shinier, go semi-gloss. Also, Sherwin-Williams Emerald finish, or Emerald. And they also have the matte and eggshell and semi-gloss finish. So nice, great products. If you're going to spend the time to do it, make sure you use a good quality applicator and use a good quality paint, and you'll be real happy with the results in the end. So thanks again for joining me. I'm Mark at Discover Your Home. Have yourself an awesome week. Hey, we'll catch you next Thursday. Good night.